buildings generate 40% of global carbon emissions. 70% of that comes from energy use, and more than 75% of the buildings that are out there are already built. New laws are not going to change that. So I feel very motivated to do something that can help existing buildings reduce their carbon impact now. When you look at K through 12 schools, energy is their second largest cost after labor. They spend more on energy than computers and textbooks combined. We would love to save more of that money and put it back into improving the facilities in our schools or educating our kids. An elementary school might have 30 heating, ventilation, and air conditioning units. A middle school or a high school could have over 100 in some cases. When these all turn on at once in the morning, you get this huge spike of electricity, and that ends up costing those schools a lot in terms of demand charges. Also, there are times of day when they tend to use quite a lot, and people think, oh, but schools are closed after 3 o'clock when power is expensive. That's not true. Many of these schools have custodians, they have after-school activities, and if you have this huge draw of electricity from all this HVAC, it can be very costly. They have a lot of square footage to heat and cool, but they have very small maintenance and operation budgets, and they can't necessarily recoup their energy costs by raising rents, right? So this is an issue because energy is a huge expense for those types of buildings. So Community Energy Lab's mission is to enable communities' decarbonization goals by 2030. What that means is that we've created a technology that enables clean, all-electric, self-driving buildings. Our technology takes a quick and dirty physical model of a building and its thermal properties, how quickly it heats up or cools down, how heat is transferred through walls and windows, and with that understanding, it does something very unique. It can ensure that every zone or every room in a building is optimally comfortable at about 30% less energy cost than the alternatives. Our technology is the engineer. It learns those physical properties every 1 minute. It's looking at the energy consumption and the indoor air temperature in zones, and it's making tiny adjustments in every zone in the building all day long. So that's what our technology is doing in order to solve this problem, using less mechanical heating and cooling in order to ensure the exact same amount of comfort. The underlying technology that differentiates us is a machine learning algorithm that both generates the physics-based model and then uses that model to take control actions within a certain set of constraints. And so the constraints that we give it are, you need to keep this room optimally comfortable. That's usually defined by the customer, but let's keep this room between 70 and 74 degrees. And as long as you can guarantee that comfort, go ahead and figure out however else you're going to maximally reduce peak demand or energy cost. And it can respond to a real-time price. Our technology takes something that feels really hard to a lot of building operators, something that's complex, expensive, and very frustrating, which is new building performance laws, fewer people, less money, and the existing technologies are just, they're so expensive and they're so complicated to operate. It makes me feel great. This is a hands-off solution. It's low cost, it's easy to install, it's easy to interface with and understand, and it just does the thing. It saves time, money, and hassle. My name's Tanya Barham. I'm the CEO of Community Energy Labs.